everybody, and welcome back to Gondor. And what is the situation then? We are trading up some units from over here, I think. We're going to send everyone here. I think everyone here is, well, they've got the armor apart from the Gondor militia, but that doesn't really matter. A lot of them, they're just going to go and hold Lond Daer. So, we're going to send them immediately over there. Now, there's several forces over here of Enedwaith, but I have faith that we are able to hold the walls against them, should they come and attack, although they do have a couple of good units there, Guardians of Enedwaith, but, you know, strongholds, they're just so easy to hold, and we're just going to continue getting all of these useful things. In fact, let's just get territorial guardsmen as well. We can use them for garrison. And then these guys, we're just going to hold them there for a moment because there is that very large army there too. But we have a decision. We can put them into the ships there, or we can just run them over. I think that's probably the better way. We can just send them like so. And we're going to try and group up with one of these generals. I think we'll probably go with Derufin. And we'll try and take Karas. And then from Karas, then we've got a much more... We'll have this territory here, so it'll just make it a bit easier to move. And indeed. Right, and then down in... Of course, we've got these ships here. And I'm kind of... Well, where is that army going to go, I wonder?
You, my enemy.
But I think, rather than sailing all the way around there, we might just be better off disembarking here and then marching these forces like so, and just send the ships around the cape, and then, you know, we'll make better time like so. So Lord Farquaad as well, come off the ship, and we'll just send these two around here. Nice. Yeah, we'll save a bit of time there. They'll get a reasonable distance up there. Ooh, that's a bit weird. Yeah, that tends to happen if you've got some forces in there. They won't recognise that they've got more distance to cover than they did. So if that army does come down here, then we'll be able to smash it. But I doubt it will. But the race is on. The race is on, and we've got some more forces here to be retrained. We're just going to retrain them, pop them in there. Now, I wonder if we've got space for this, because I just did notice that we've got these guys on hold as well. Let's just bring them over here and put them there for now, and then we can kind of think about that once we get there. And I think we've got Denethor over here as well. He's just going to come in here. We're going to retrain him up, and then we can send him on his merry way as well. We won't get a ship down there. We'll just use one of these. Oh, where are they going? Okay, we've just sent them up manually. That's fair enough. But this ship should be okay to come and pick them up. We've got a ship here, actually, as well. Oh, and that's got Jordan. Okay. Well, he's already on his way. But I think that is actually slower than just marching up there and picking up the ships from there. And then finally, for this turn, then, we've got all of these forces who are going up north, because of course we are going to take our lands in Ravanion. And, well, we've certainly got the manpower for it. But, yeah, this is quite tedious, just doing all of this. Put a watchtower there. We're just going to leave all these rebels. They don't really... I mean, we may as well also just keep the spy down here, just to keep an eye on them. But I don't expect them to do a whole lot, because this is where we are headed, and we've got some forces already amassing here, and indeed that is why Forlong is here, because we're kind of waiting on our forces in the south to get a bit closer, and then we'll head on in, because Dorwinion probably have a lot of forces. Oh no, the line of Girion falters. So Dale are having a really bad time, and there goes another one. Dol Guldur has been cleansed. By whom? The Elves of Lothlorien, which are our allies still at this point. Hopefully that continues. Oh, and Balorn has been besieged. And that is by the Khan artist over here. What does he have? Oh, he's got nothing there. Although equally, that would be a real pain to fight. That'd be a real pain to fight with this many pikes, and we've got... Yeah, I mean, I think we'd get peppered down. I mean, it's easier just to... Like, we don't particularly care about this force. But, yeah, that army is a lot better. We don't particularly care about this force. This is just here to kind of take the Lorne, and then perhaps if we are to take these guys out, we can maybe march up to Lond Daer as well. But they're just here to garrison and kind of do what they're doing, really. So they're doing their job. Strongest faction, that is us, and Lyn here is ready to upgrade. Let's pop that in. And I don't think there's a whole lot else to do. Construction, oh, Karasast. I'm thinking just get the market, just get us more money. We've got loads of army barracks, just in case we need more troops against Dorwinion. And I mean, we don't have loads of money though, so there's that. So we can't really just go ahead and give everyone everything that they want. But oh, that's getting a port as well. That's good. Or has a port now. And yeah, Kizzlcombe will get you the school as well. But I think that's pretty much it. We'll have a look at what's in Durthang for that. Oh, go away. And I don't know why I really built that. I mean, we could get an army barracks here too, but I think we've got enough of them for now. Yeah. Right, so should we have a look at with our spies then? So there's very little here. We don't need to be afraid of that. Let's come around here and have a look at Aminarakis. That's also a city. There's very little in there. Now we can have a look up here as well. Mistrand's got very little. Ooh, Vale of Dorwinion. 3014. The year currently is 3026. So for 12 years they've been fighting with Dale at least. It's quite a long war. Right, and then this guy, let's go and I mean, that's held by Dol Guldur still. They're still around. Oh, we've got a diplomat there, so you can have a look on that. We'll go and have a look at Osteneru. There's nothing here, but look, there's a couple of armies there. Let's go and have a look at... We'll go and have a look at what they've actually got. So they've clearly sided with the elves. They've got an upgraded blacksmith somewhere as well, given the fact that they've got 9 and 26. Mainly the 26, like, that's pretty good. They're a javelin, and then a spear and shield unit. But most of this looks like it's just their generic trash, really. But again, they've got the upgraded armor, so all of these I'd expect to have that as well. So they're going to be very sturdy indeed. Dorwinion are no slouch, that's for sure. Now, there's not really a whole lot I'd really want to get here, but I suppose just get Steward's Hall and continue with this. I think we should just get those 2 bits of siege equipment, because you never quite know when you're going to require it until you do, and then you're like, oh, why did I not get it? So all of these guys, these are ready, I think, yes. So let's just put some of all of them. They're going to go up north. We've already got some forces there. We've got a few more here. Now I was going to send some of them over there, but I think let's just have a look here. Do we have enough? I mean, all of this is probably going to be... I mean, a lot of it is beaten up. Some of it is going to have to go for retraining, but there's at least 3 armies there. We've got a 4th one here. 5. Yeah, I think some can actually go west, because we do need some forces over there, definitely. And these guys are already moving. Yeah, they are. Okay, I'm not going to waste my time then. I think we've still got this guy over here, though. Let's see if we can take this guy. One of our legendary, not really legendary generals, but he's a good governor. And yeah, we can take all these guys out of there. Perhaps we'll just leave those in there as well. And we've got a general over here, or an army rather, so we'll take all those out. See how they like that. 70%. Let's put the 58 of you in. And then, once that university is built, I think it will be okay. I'm very glad that I exterminated everyone in there. Then, cause now we don't have any issues with it. Kind of like what we're having across the board elsewhere. So, yeah. This guy then, I'm going to send him... well, come over here to Amrune, and then you can... How did you get fixed up on that? That's so annoying. Well, he's going to come over here eventually, although I'm probably going to end up forgetting him now that he's stuck there. And do the last bits of retraining here, because of course this is where we do have that upgraded armor smith, although some are already on the way. Right. Now, I did notice that on the end turn cycle, this army here did actually besiege us here in Derwath. And then this army of Isle Pine, don't know how, I don't speak Gaelic, so I don't know exactly how you pronounce that. Probably differently. But they came there into the exact same tile and then displaced them and then broke off the siege. So that's pretty cool, I suppose. And it does give us an extra turn if we want. We can get something that only takes a turn, so we'll take those two. I mean, we could take them as well and put those in. Actually, put those in like that, because we don't need all the trash. Right, so keep coming along here, and yeah, it's kind of painful really to have him stuck in there, but I mean, it's not wasted time because at least he's getting the culture up. But other than that, yeah, let's just finally move these guys along, and that'll be that. Ooh, there's a fleet here of Enedwaith. 7 and 12. There's 87 of them, and there's 3 boats. We might not be able to win this one, because these are actually pretty good. 7 and 12 against ours. I forget what we are now. I think it's 12 and 18 or something. We are victorious. 13 and 20. Ships ready. Okay. Oh, this is our best fleet. Yeah. That's right, fool. It's an enemy ship. Maybe we should retreat a little bit. Come back here if we can. Yeah, I've actually already put in fleets for to be built. So I think I put one here as well. Yeah, I put one in there. Just to have more to ferry with. But this 69 fleet there, that's not going to be massively useful because I already sent these guys over here. Okay, so next turn these guys will be ready and we'll march out. I suppose we can, I don't know what we're retraining for, but I'll retrain those for now. And is everyone here ready to go? I don't think these guys even get anything. Is it just armor? 7 and 18 and 7 and 18. Oh no, it's not even armor. 8 and 22. 8. Okay, no, they do. They get armor, and we can get extra men in that boat, I suppose. And anything that takes one turn, brilliant. Take them, and actually take the marines as well. Okay, and once that's done, then those guys will be ready to go out. So now that I've had all that time to kind of think about it, everything on this side of the river currently is going to march in this direction. So it's going to be a bit of a long road, but we'll make it there eventually. Hopefully Rohan doesn't attack us or anything, because I have actually seen that happen before, where an ally will just attack you. So they'll look at that tasty morsel there and think that they can beat us, which they probably will, because it's kind of a nothingy army. And but these guys are then going to join up over there, and then hopefully we'll have enough to push on through. But it's not Enedwaith that we're trying to actually eliminate. We're kind of leaving that to Rohan mostly. Let's just put another watchtower over here. And let's end it. I'm surprised that the goblins are even still around, but apparently they are. Now, I do need to reset some of these routes because some of them did walk into one another, and I think it was Boromir. Yeah, it was Boromir. You got trapped there, and I think Faramir maybe is. Yeah. Oh well, they missed out on a turn, but we'll make it. We'll kind of consolidate our forces. Yeah, Rohan don't like us. And yeah, we're getting those men there. We're gonna set them on their course sooner or later. I mean, we could get even more units from here because these are all like the heavily upgraded armor dudes. So, but I mean, we don't necessarily need to. Send you on your way as well. Off you go, and you're already going. But I don't want them to get blocked off. Now, We have been attacked here. Let's just have a look at how the odds would favour us. Not very good. Yeah, a lot of missile units, but this is kind of the caliber that we're up against. And they've got no general, so they should go down pretty quickly. I mean, these Greyflood horsemen, though, they're pretty good. They are effective against armour with their javelins, which the regular Greyfloods are not. But they do have Angren Raiders. But they were not very good attacking in siege battles, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. Right, which one of these is better? Yeah, it's Derufin. So Derufin, you're going to command the army, and we've got loads of archers there, but let's take all the Gondor militia, and then go... we've got a lot of archers, haven't we? I mean, how much space do we have? I don't really know if we want all the archers, but actually, it's perhaps a good idea. What we can do, rather, is just put a really long front line and not actually advance, just have all the archers do all the damage. And because they haven't got loads of armor, it should work quite well. Now, if Rohan takes Karas, that's fine. And we'll go and take Lond Daer. And that army that was here has seemingly gone away. Which is a good idea on their behalf because, well, we've got two beasts on the way. So, Mistnir and Lord Farquaad, they've got pretty good armies there. And, yeah, they've boogied off. So, city ready up to upgrade as well. Serelond, okay. Nice. Do we have any Penethgelen cavalry available? Yes, take them immediately. Since we can't get them in too many places. If there's anything here that we desperately need to have a look at. Shipwright and Tal Al Jaf. Oh, we've already got stuff on the way. How are the finances? Looking pretty good. We're still on 25k. And 17. Oh, them. Okay, well, I'll retrain them and then we'll go. We're in no rush really with Denethor, so that's fine. And here, I think Hagon is just going to stay here. Unless he's a night attacker, then I might feel a bit different about it, but he's not. So all of these, sans the two of you, we'll keep the, actually, Gondor militia, you can just stay there. I'm not that bothered about you. We're just going to send you... I'll tell you what, just walk up to there, because otherwise I'll probably forget. And you can go and get your cavalry retrained there. How are the rest of these places looking? Pretty good, pretty good. Ambrun will eventually start making lots of money, I think. Well, it's actually making a lot of money already. I wonder if the armory would help. So, 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, that's a big decrease there. Oh, and I forgot to move this guy along. Oh, come over here. Just run up to like there, and eventually we'll figure out what we want to do with you. Okay. So everyone else here, I mean, these trebuchets and things like that, we'll keep them on this side. So this is all going to attack Dorwinion. And then we've got these few forces. Oh, we've got some trebuchets here as well. We'll attach them to this army here and keep them walking in that direction. So it's going to happen soon. It's going to happen soon. And I mean, a lot of this is kind of rubbish, but we can use it just to supplement the rest of our forces coming from the south. Well, it's a classic siege defense battle here with not the most infantry. All the siege equipment and even the cavalry is kind of useless. So we've got the general and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units effectively against a full 20 stack, although they also have cavalry there. So it's, I mean, we're heavily outnumbered here, about 2 to 1. But I think I've got a feeling that we'll be okay. Break their will. So this is the situation. They've got a ram. And they do technically have a siege tower here, but what I've usually seen is that it gets blown up by the towers. They do have some river spearmen here, which are pretty trash. 3 and 14 on their way with some ladders. So we put an equally trash unit to come and face them, and that is our territorial guardsmen. Of equal stats, almost. And equal numbers, but of course we'll have the towers to defend us. So depending where they go, we don't actually have any archers to help us with that. We do have a garrison unit here too, the Gondor defenders. They're not quite as good as Gondor infantry. They don't have quite the same look either. Although I'm sure if you get the tier 2 version of the garrison building, that does actually upgrade to probably look the same. Now how are we looking? 12%. Otherwise I would have put them over here, and it looks like they're going to be popping up right there. I don't really want... Let's just put the Gondor militia up there. I don't want to use these guys up on there because they'll just get cut to pieces by friendly fire. A general's up here. I think I'll just bring him down. I mean, I don't foresee them actually making it through there, even if they do use the heavy plow through tactic. But if they do, then I don't want him to be at risk, really. And yeah, they do quite like to come up onto the walls quite often. So now that this siege tower has actually got this close, I don't think it's going to get taken out, because well, these aren't even towers up here. It's only this tower that would, but I don't think it does fire when it's that close. So congratulations, they've made it past the first raid boss. And Gondor militia should do pretty well against all of this. And indeed, when the ladders get thrown off the walls, that's even better. I think that is just through the towers. It's not the men on the... certainly not the men up on the ramparts. How are we doing? 20%? Yeah, we've got our defenders up here. They'll smash that. And we've got Gondor spearmen here, ready to receive. Looking excellent as always. And Gondor archers behind them. And some more Gondor infantry behind them. Now, we do have loads in reserve, but I don't expect to have to even bring them in. I'd be very surprised if we do, but yeah. Right, they're up on the walls, getting mown down immediately, and as soon as they have been cut to pieces, we can obviously then flank.
Blast their eyes!
Blast their eyes! Oh no. What will we do? I mean, we can speed this up a little bit just so we get them to come through. I'd expect some frame dropping. Yeah, they're already routing there. And in they come. They've got some cavalry there. Right, come off defensive. Defend yourselves, men. And we'll wait for a moment before we send those guys in. Let's bring the territorial guardsmen actually just off the walls as well. Because it does look like they're trying to do that. When they're wiggling like that, they're just trying to run through. And it's quite annoying. It really is. Right. Oh, they got loads yet to come on in. Oh, it's so torturously laggy. They're actually making their way through here. You come in, just stand like right there. Stand right there. And we've got cavalry and things like that, but I don't expect to have to use them really. Okay, now they're definitely in and amongst it. Definitely. Right, send you guys in. And I can't even see anything that's actually happening. This is why I didn't bring the general down, because oh, it's so laggy. There's still people up on that siege tower, so I'm going to keep the Gondor defenders there. It would be good if we could properly use our siege equipment. If you could put like a catapult right there and just bam right there, it would be sweet. But we can't, so oh well.
The enemy's siege tower is naught but kindling now.
Oh, so the siege tower has gone down. But somehow these cunning wild men are actually managing to throw their javelins and stuff at some of us, which is annoying. But that's just something that the AI can do. Even though being attacked on all sides, they can still fire. But how are we doing on the percentage? 48% now. Looking good. In fact, so good. Should we just bring... We could... No, I'm not going to bring the general down because he'll just get... No, you know what? Let's just bring him down. It isn't really... I have faith. He needs to pick up some bloody traits. Now that the frame rate has kind of bounced back up, we can kind of look within the battle here. And as you can see, we have kind of killed a lot of them. They're down to 65%. We've lost 16%. And the Gondorians looking absolutely fantastic. There's no way that we should even be losing. Like, look at this guy compared to this guy. This guy's come out of his mud hut. This guy has come out of his... Well, he's within his stone walls in his steel plate armor. He's not going to go down to this. And they're not. I mean, they're just taking a very long time to die. We're having some issues here. And indeed, we are tiring. But now that the captain's running away, perhaps the rest is about to break. Only 67% are actually dead at this point. But these Great Blood Axemen have probably killed quite a lot of us. They're wavering. We've got our cavalry on hand, but as you can see, we have fully surrounded them. Where before they kind of almost got to about here, I think. And then, yeah, we've slowly managed to cripple them by pushing further and further forward. But, yeah, let's... it does look like they're all routing now. Let's bring the cavalry ahead. Down to 70%. Slowly getting there. I mean, who's even still here? There's... What are these? Oh, we've got some river scouts over there. They might actually do some damage to our cavalry. But, yeah, they're all routing. Yeah, these river scouts here, this is the final unit. They do have a bonus against mounts, but I'm thinking a good old cavalry charge will probably sort them out. Oh, that was a bit weird. But yeah, there we go. We didn't lose a single man there. And how are we doing? 95%. I think that's because a lot of them have already fled the battlefield. So I'm just going to make absolute sure here. I feel pretty good about that. We can quit there. Heroic victory. We lost 183 men, 10% of our total number, and we wiped out a lot of mans there. 470 kills for the Gondor infantry there, 321 for the other, 238, 299. Let's have a look at the garrison unit. Oh, Gondor defenders, they only killed 25. They're not actually that bad. It's just I think one of these Gondor infantry units was in front of them, so they couldn't get any kills. Nice, nice, nice. So we got rid of a big army there with very little investment on our behalf. And, yep, continue going through there. And Rohan are actually going for Karas. That's okay. I think there is a big army here. Was that the one that we just killed? I don't actually know. So, Derufin, perhaps you go over here then and let Rohan take that. We don't really need that. But ideally, we're just trying to make it over there. So we're just going to pass through here and take out some armies, I suppose. Now, we've got a blockade here of 70 dragon boats. And... Right, well, we've got that. Is that our good general? Or admiral, rather? Oh, we've got two good admirals. Oh, well, you can take that ship. Nice. Okay. We'll sail out with some improved armament. But we'll continue going up on foot for now, because we've got no other option. Perhaps pop a watchtower there on your way, good sir. Thank you. And there is the con artist. And we'll try and do him... I mean, if he actually came and attacked us, which I highly doubt he would, because this is a very strong army, even in auto-resolve, we would absolutely wipe him out. Put in a bank there. And everything else is looking pretty good. Belorn, get the school. And soon we'll be okay to leave that place as well. Although actually, since that it only just got the library, yeah, it's only 1%. So it's going to take a while. And Gund has just been upgraded. Nice. Like to see that. And okay then. I'm going to give it one more turn, because I don't actually know if they're going to be in the fog of war right there. Because if they are there, and we might be in some trouble if Rohan don't take Karas, because then of course they'll just come straight back here. But we'll send the units back that require to be retrained, and then we'll just send them forth back into the battles ahead, whilst we just get more and more units from over here. In fact, let's just I think these guys are safe enough just to run straight through there as well. Nice. Our long conga line of armies of the south are 2 turns away from over there, so we're going to now just send everything that we want to send. So I suppose the 41 of them, yeah, we'll take them as well. So all of that will go out with that, and then all these units that we just trained will go with that as well. And then we've got a few territorial guardsmen there on the border, so ideally we'd just, because yeah, we've got this spy over here as well. As you can see, these are all cities or large cities, so we're going to have to make sure that we've got siege equipment, at least like 2 catapults in each. So that one's that's kind of borderline. That one's pretty good. And that one's a bit meh. So we've got like 2 armies, I think, though, there that have got siege equipment enough. And if we can get another catapult, perhaps that would be okay. Thing is, like, if we send one over from over here now, it would take a bit longer. Oh, but that's okay. We've got these. Right. What do we need anything over here? You've got 2 catapults, and then you've got a catapult and a trebuchet, so that's enough for another army there. So we can send. You'll send all of this over here. We'll send it onto the border, yeah. So that'll be enough for another army. Perhaps if there's a large city. Yeah, so for a large city, maybe we'll give them an extra catapult. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to take them on the same turn, so we can just blitz through them as quickly as possible. So we'll take Mataram, Enmahath, and if we can take Berm and Arrakis as well, that would be really cool. Whereas Forlong is likely to take Dorthalu, and the next army that's being built, or Forlong takes Osten-Eru, and then the secondary army takes Dorthalu. We'll do it like that. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regions immediately, just like that. And I don't know, I can't quite remember if you actually need a few more regions. I'd have to look at the map just to make sure that we get it proper and accurate, and whether or not we actually need any of these other regions or not. But then we'll just hold off against Dorwinion, I suppose. Perhaps we'll get some mega battle in there as well before the end. But of course, the main thing is also how are we going to get up north?
Ready your weapons.
Well, that's for next turn. What is that sound? Oh, mission failed. Oh, we'll get him next time. And yes, Lond Daer. I did have a look at that over the end turn. Let's get the Mason's Guild House, and everything else is probably fine. We don't necessarily need it. Though fine about if we can get some more money off you, that would be cool. I mean, I imagine that's going to get a lot. I mean, corruption is sky high here. Do we have a Royal Armory? I wonder if that's actually going to... No, it's not going to make us any money. Not yet anyway. We'll keep on going with that, and the rest of that is just okay. We don't have to touch that at all. Not yet anyway. It might change in the future. So these guys are 2 turns. Okay. So you're going to just hang out right there on the border. And you'll strike when you are needed. Perhaps we do need to get more units. So, nah. How are we doing on the money? Like, yeah, we don't have, like, loads of money, so... I mean, whilst we don't need more money either, so it doesn't really matter that we've got, like, no money. There's no point just spending it. I like to think about it in the way that if you're making loads of money, then you should be spending it on something immediately. And these 26, I didn't realise that they needed retraining, so they're going to go back there. And these are just all going to get retrained as and when. And we will need a general for this army. Luckily, we've got... I think we did actually train... This is the oldest looking 22-year-old I've ever seen. Let's have a look. He's got a farming advisor, but is he a knight fighter? Might become useful with the amount of armies that they've got. This guy does have battle surgeons, though. I do quite like that. What about Aragorn? Perhaps Aragorn is the one that should go. And he is also a knight fighter. Aragorn is going to go. Congratulations. We're going to get him with the golden armor as well of his upgraded bodyguard. We're going to kind of pretend that that's the Aragorn we all know and love. Even though it's not. But, right. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So, this is pretty big. We don't really want Lond Daer. I mean, I don't, anyway. It's not really territory that we require. I don't really mind if Rohan goes to get it. I don't really mind if they just attack us as we march on through here, which is entirely possible. And, in fact, if they do that... Oh, we've got this army here that I don't care about. We might just use that to take them out. I think that's a much better way of doing it, because these guys are destined to go up north eventually. We'll just... Yeah. Yeah, I think that's okay. Like, these two armies here are basically going to hold Lond Daer. And eventually, we will be able to... I think the fastest route is just to sail. Up Naguathlo, up the Grey Flood. So, let's just take out this fleet here. Nice. Got just enough for that. Oh dear. They look like they're damaged, so hopefully we'll be okay against all of that. Right, and I did totally forget about this army here, so let's just go out with this. Who's staying behind? Right, well, those two are definitely coming, and I've got no siege equipment here either, so that's 4 units. There's 4 units deselected. I would like the Lebanon Marines, but actually... They've got less armor, they're not as good in melee, and whilst the missiles are useful, they don't have any mumma-kill or anything like that, for which they would be useful. So we're going to go with what we've got here, which is a pretty decent force. I think we've got some more on the way here, though. Yeah, we've got Yorthon here for the next batch. So he's going to come in here, and... Does he need... He doesn't actually need anyone to be retrained. No, he doesn't. So we'll take all of that. We'll take those 3. Does he have any space? No, he doesn't. Oh, this worked out perfectly. Although if you've got some better cavalry, we'll take that. So we've got them. Do you have any siege equipment? You don't. Okay, we might just leave it a couple of turns just to get some siege in his army. And if we can get some Seaward Lancers, we'll take them. And yeah, we'll take all of that. Nice. And bring these guys down here to get retrained. Yeah, so we'll get him a nice army. And then Denethor should be okay to leave now as well. Yes, so let's just roll out with all of it. I mean, we can leave behind the Territorial Guardsmen, I suppose. And walk up to there and get on board that ship there. And then Denethor will get the same treatment. We'll send him up here. Get him retrained, put some extra units in his army, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, and well, you can go in there for now, I suppose. Oh, and Rohan did indeed take Karas, so we can just take all of these units out. Does anyone really need retraining? No. No, they do not. So we're just going to go out with all of this, including the... Oh, these do need to be trained for armor. In fact, let's just... I wonder if we just merge. Oh, that's not good. So that's just given us an extra unit to go and... I was hoping we'd retain the armor, so... Well, that didn't happen, but that's okay. It doesn't hamper us too much. So we'll go out with that, and then all the units that are here... I do like to get these guys upgraded because it's such a big boost. It's not such a big deal for the Gondor militia because they're not that amazing. Those have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff on them. Right, you're going to join up with them. And then you're just going to be additional fodder for us on the front line.
Man your posts! The enemy fleet is upon us!
Oh, this is a big battle. Actually, there's not very few big naval battles, but this is a big one. I don't think we're going to win this. They've got so many. Oh dear. They sunk it. Oh, Alkford has gone down as well. Enedwaith are having a really bad time. A really bad time. Oh, they actually got killed via regicide. That's very unusual.
It will be an honor.
I wonder if... I mean, they definitely had generals, but I wonder if they were family members, or because they are Teutonic, they don't have a family tree. So, if their faction heir and their faction leader died in the same turn, then that can potentially happen. Oh, get out my way. Get out my way. Right, well, with that, it does bode the question, do we want Lond Daer? Do we want it? I mean, I think we'd be able to beat it with what we've got here, but do we really want the headache? I mean, it's really good in the sense that... Ooh. How much of this is free then? Nelhalun is also free, but that's not... Yeah, that's not a big deal. We could take Siduri, because that's pretty cool. We'll go and take that, and we did lose that fleet over here, which is a bit unfortunate. But we couldn't move it down anyway, because they were blocking it for so long. But faction destroyed, clans of Enedwaith. And we have kind of also forgotten that we do have a merchant here, which is... This merchant has done absolutely nothing for us, and probably won't make us a whole lot of money in the grand scheme of things. But we can see the Shire West, which is Mickle Delving. That's held by the dwarves of Eredluin, but... Yeah, they're doing pretty well. Gobil Mirlond. Bam. Upgrade. Oh, and that's all of our money. I mean, we are making a profit still, so maybe we should just take Lond Daer just to kill off some of our units. And give us some breathing space. But that does then also mean that Belorn here does not require all of this. Let's just merge. And who's going out? I think Miston's the better commander, so we'll take him out and leave behind all that. Nice. And you can have all that scrap. And you, perhaps you're going to go and take Siduri, like so, and then one of these ships. Let's just kill off this rebel fleet here. Should be relatively easy. Nice. And kill off that, because they can sometimes attack your fleets, especially if you've got some valuable stowaways. Then you don't want that to happen. So we'll stop off right there. And how far away are these guys? Like next turn they can move out, although these don't have any that we'd really want to give away. Yeah, we don't have any territorial guardsmen or anything like that to give away. So, I mean, this army here, so that's, what, 2 turns away? Okay. Ugh. I was hoping we'd get a bit further, but let's go in then, and should we take Lond Daer? I think we may as well. I mean, this is one way of doing it, since we've got no siege equipment. And, I mean, this is all just really poor. We don't have the best armour, so their archers will do a bit more damage to us. But as long as we can take out the cavalry, I think we'll be okay. These guys will do a lot of damage against our infantry, though. But these guys aren't very good. They're not very good against infantry, so I don't have too many issues, I don't think, against that.
Let them have it, man.
Okay, so they're going to form up around there. Let's just run up this hill. Let's go up to there. They're going to have a slight advantage against us here, but I don't think actually with all these Grey Flood Axemen, I shouldn't really have my general too close to the front. We're going to have a hard time firing at them because of this uphill section. And we are actually going to get slightly... Oh, no, we're not. I thought we were going to get maybe a bit flanked here, but don't exactly know what they're trying to do either. So when no one knows what they're doing, it's perhaps a bit of a bonus. Right, General, go behind there. Go behind there. Go. Move. Move, please. Why can't you move? Go away. Oh, finally. Oh, now he's been caught by River Swordsman. Okay, that's fine. Right, attack. Attack. And, yeah, Gondor Militia, if you'd like to go and attack that. We've got Lamadin Clansmen over here. Right. So that's not great. Oh, you've got bloody skirmish mode on. Okay, well, we're going to have to sort this out. Right. Let's maybe just go down to 0.5 speed, because we are getting absolutely crushed, and I can't even tell who's who. So what do they have over here? You go and attack them. Then Lamadin Clansmen will send you around, I suppose, over there. I don't know. Our archers are just completely useless in this current position. Let's bring these folks over here. I was hoping for slightly better terrain, really. You know, one where we could actually utilize our archers without having to run them an obscene amount of distance. So we're going to have to do that with these Gondor archers. We're going to send them... Well, we've got some units over here that we could fire at. So if we'd like to get into that spot, perhaps then you can fire over there. And then our cavalry, let's send them around there.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Well, I don't know about that. Right now, it's not looking too good. Come off defensive. No one's on defensive. So there's that. Although these guys aren't firing, really. We are heavily outflanked around here. But I have faith not only in the Silver Tree, but also in the Anfalas Pikemen. So I think we can speed this up now again. Gondor Infantry, they're right there. I think they'll do okay. They're only up against River Swordsmen. But these folks... Yeah, they might have some issues. They're actually getting shot at by those Grey Flood Raiders. So let's shoot at them. They're pretty good targets. And what are you guys going to be firing at? Well, nothing just yet. Perhaps... Oh, dear. We're just going to have to run them all the way around to get good stuff. We don't want to obviously run them through our units, because then they just ruin their current shots. So you don't want to do that. But at least we've got one unit of cavalry. And I think... well, we've got our archers. Gondor archers, they're sorting them out as much as they can. And hopefully they stay within range. But I think our cavalry can just come in here and crumple into the back of that. But I don't know where their general is. And, oh, they've got another unit on the way. Oh, the sellswords are probably the general. Right, we're going to go and smash into the back of these Grey Flood Axemen. They're a threat. Oh. We've got those sellswords coming in. Probably for these men. But that is a good charge there, I think. We've got more Grey Flood Axemen over here. If you can't reach the raiders, then fire at them. But you're still doing relatively okay. But we've got them on our tail now, so... And they're going to be charging us forever. Right, both just fire at the sellswords. We might just have to send you into melee. Right. Form up like that. And then... Or you stop, you fire over here. Cavalry pull out.
Victory will be ours.
Double click doesn't seem to register in this game very well. Yeah, they're going to charge at us there, unfortunately. But I don't know if the actual firing of the bows is going to do much damage. So let's just go and crowd them out. Oh, they got Grey Flood Raiders here as well. Okay, let's come over here and we can get another charge in, I think. How are we doing? How are we doing? How are our men over here doing? Okay, they're almost gone. So, that's not good. Perhaps we just fire at them. They're almost gone. Cavalry charge, much requested. Yeah, this terrain really can be everything. And when you're this outnumbered, we can't kill their general, really. Unless he does go down. And until he goes down, I think we're going to have a lot of issues. Right, fire at those Grey Flood Raiders. We'll just have to cycle charge in again. Perhaps... No, we've got our archers firing over there. We need good charges. At least we're holding out over here. So even though if that one flank goes down... That one flank over there does go down, then we've got this to fall back on. And the Gondor archers are pretty good in melee. Although they've got armor piercing, so there's that as well. So let's not talk about that too much. Right, pull out, pull out. And how are we doing over here? I think we've pretty much crowded them out. We're not taking too much damage here, which is good. Because they're down to 47. Oh, we just ran straight into them. That's not good. Straight into basically halberdiers. We can't really charge in there anymore, so how are we doing? Gondor archers. Fire into that. Oh, we've taken a lot of damage there on the cav. We've still got 43. But if you can get a good charge here. They've got a bit of a tree there blocking it. But it's all going to come down to whether or not we can, A, kill their general with our Black Root-Vale archers relatively soon. They're down to 39. Right, pull out quickly before those Grey Flood Axemen come in. And we can take those raiders out with this cavalry, no problem, but they are quite tricksy. We need to micro that unit of cav really well, though, because they are just going to follow us around for the entire duration. Right, come off defensive. We don't really want to go up against the Axemen, if we can help it, with our Gondor archers, because most of their defense is just in their armor, but there's nothing else you can really do. So we're just gonna have to send them in and see what we can do. Perhaps a charge over here then. We've done a lot of charges on the other side. And now they've got a lot of units just kind of ambling about. So it's quite difficult to do anything. And, well, these are ready to take part. So we'll send them over there. 28. Yeah, they're getting absolutely hammered. Absolutely hammered. Our general's probably okay. I have no idea. I mean, he hasn't lost many men, so that's good. Right. I mean, that's a good amount of folks right there that we can just charge into. I'll be really interested to see the stats after this battle. Bam! Look at that! Absolutely brutal charge there. Yeah, we just knocked them out in one charge. They've got like 0 mass. They just got wiped out there.
We've lost half of our men.
Yeah, okay. But we have just routed this entire side. This entire flank is gone. So now charge in there. Perhaps we just... Oh, we're being pursued there. Oh, you're actually still fighting as well. Pikemen, go over there. We need this unit. We need this unit of calves still. And we need those sellswords and their general to go down. But our Gondor archers, they've kind of been crippled here. They're not doing too well against Greyflood Axemen. The Blackroot Vale archers have come in. And they're doing pretty decent. Like, as long as our general doesn't go down, I think we stand a pretty good shot here. I don't think we've got the time really to go and chase all units that are running or fleeing. But yeah, I'm really surprised that their general hasn't gone down yet, to be honest. I think we can come over here and just smash these in the back. Because this is holding on. Oh, they're up against Axemen there. We need to go and help them really quickly. Give these one charge. And it should break them. Okay, and then pull out. And then we're going to go and have to help out our infantry on the other flank. Because even our general is taking a lot of damage now. We just need their general to get killed. How many does he have? Oh, there he is. He's down to 2, including himself. So,
our general lies slain upon
okay,
the
that's not
battlefield.
good. That's not good. Are we now going to start routing? They're routing. Oh, we're all routing, I think. How did he get taken out? He's still got 26 men in. He must have got separated or something. And he's not even up against good units. He's up against Erenborn woodsmen. If we can just kill their general, I'll take that.
The tide of battle seems to have
I
turned against us. We must act
think
and
it's
halt
time
this turn of
to
events.
call the retreat with the Blackroot Vale archers. And we'll just use our cavalry to try and snipe this guy. If he'd have gone down a bit sooner, I think we would have had this. But sadly, he did not. Right, just run away. And hopefully you're going to run in a good direction. Don't run in a stupid direction. And we just need to snipe that guy right there. Nice! We got him.
Without him, his troops will lose their will to
Well,
fight.
I didn't think our general was gonna get killed so soon, but I think, you know, had we been able to take out their general, I think they would have all routed. So that's a bit sad, really. But we'll retreat. We've got plenty of forces, and we'll come back stronger.
Like thieves in the night.
Close defeat. I mean, we got completely annihilated. Let's not beat around the bush, but we have also cut them down a little bit. Obviously, they get healing and stuff like that. Let's have a look at the stats. I'm befuddled how our general just got cut down like that, but it is what it is. Gondor infantry, though, 393, 228. Territorial guardsmen must have been against the cavalry. And our cavalry, 661. Oh dear. Oh, did we actually get wiped out? Oh, we did. We actually shouldn't have even bothered running away. Yeah. Well, I think a better tactic there probably would have been don't even go for the hill. The tactic was, though, that we could have actually used our archers. But when you're all fighting uphill and you're like, you can't you know, we relied heavily on our cavalry, and with only one unit, we weren't able to clear enough of them out. Even with 661 kills, which was an outstanding effort, I'd say. Yeah, our archers were very much subdued there. But, well, what we could use this army to take them out, because there's very little left. And Siduri, we don't even need to take that. Like, we could just hold off. But then just to round out this turn, we're going to put in the final pieces to the forthcoming puzzle. As, well, we've got all these forces obviously on their way. And this is exactly why you do it manually, because otherwise they get blocked. So all of that is done. And then we've got all of these forces basically here at the border. Perhaps those that are over here, they're going to go for Mataram since they've got a shorter distance to travel. But I am, well, next time then, we're going to go and bring the pain to the forces of Dorwinion. And it's going to be the shortest war that we have had, because it's going to culminate in, well, we're probably going to finish it in like 2 turns flat, where we're just going to take everything that we need basically right after declaring war. So join me for that one, and then we should get the fleet, or the beginning of the journey up north. He's got a bit of a trek, but I'd imagine that's like going to take him like 6 turns, maybe 5 actually, depending on what we face along the way. But that will probably be, that probably won't be the Battle of Fornost probably won't be in the next episode, but we will then get the House of Kings built in the episode after that, I hope. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I'm going with Gandalf. Good day.